private security forces. Is this going to come to America? You can bet it's going to come to America if we allow it in the United Kingdom. Are you kidding me? So what if it's, 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, 5 years down the line? That's not that far. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas, special live broadcast this Wednesday, August 6th. But it's Sunday. Back after this. All right, folks, we are back. The Infowarrior with Jason Bermas, and it's 6 to 9 Sundays, little wrap-up show for the Alex Jones KLBJ program. And I've been really working so hard on this Invisible Empire picture. I kind of came across this new archive where I've been able to go through transcripts, and then the video will jump to that part of the transcript. It's very interesting. And I just found some really recent New World Order comments. Dana Rohrabacher, I believe it was on July 16th, basically he expressed the term New World Order, elitists, and they're taking over, and it was some kind of a patent bill. It's a bill I've never even heard of. Dana Rohrabacher, not the best. I mean, he is one of those guys that went out there and said, when we go to Iraq, they're going to throw roses and flower petals at our feet. And I saw him propagate that time and time again on Real Time with Bill Maher. But at the same time, he says he's anti-globalization. He says he's anti-New World Order. Maybe he just doesn't know the bigger picture. He's also dabbled in a little Oklahoma City truth. There seems to be this mayor out of Miami. I think it's Manny Diaz. I'm not sure, but he's promoting the New World Order like crazy in the last 6 months. We are in a New World Order, and I love it. And I mean, when you see it on the cover of The Guardian, when you see it on the cover of The Telegraph, when it's being talked about with, I believe his name is Daniel Hannan. A lot of people jumped on the Daniel Hannan bandwagon about 6 months ago, a year ago. And I was never a huge fan of him. He was talking a lot of Ron Paul type things, but I didn't buy into it. I mean, I didn't expect him to come forward with some 9/11 truth. He seemed to be propped up as the controlled opposition. I may be wrong about Hannan, but he gets asked about the quote-unquote New World Order time and time again, and he doesn't use the term. So, to me, I'm wondering if he's distancing himself from the term, because I don't know how people can sit there and act like there isn't a quote-unquote New World Order. The question is, how far along are we into this New World Order now, because we're a part of it? And will the final vision be as dark and nightmarish as some have portrayed? I mean, will it be a total and complete cashless society control grid where we are chipped, where everything we do is tracked, traced, and databased through facial recognition cameras in our homes? And it won't just be through the Xbox controller. It'll be in all of our bedrooms and our bathrooms. I mean, are you ready for this? And we will be given privileges. We won't have any rights. Individual human rights are over once global governance really becomes a reality. And that's what's so sad to me. People can't see beyond that. Well, when they're talking about sustainable and, the greater good, they're talking about less for you, not for the elites, not for the people that are writing these papers up, not for the people that are promoting this stuff, not for the people that are funding it, that are creating the organizations like the Carnegie Institute, like the Rockefeller Foundation, like the Rhodes Scholarship. I believe the Kissinger Institute is another one. Not for those guys. No, they'll be, in lavish mansions with lots of land and servants, and they'll be driven and flown around, and they'll have aides and entourages, and they'll be protected. And a lot of these people do believe they'll, quote unquote, live forever. I don't know if that's possible yet, but, life extension is a reality. There are papers on it. They've extended the life in mice and other small animals. I don't see why it's not going to be possible for human beings. Again, when you go to something like the Hearst Mansion, it's the Hearst Castle I went and filmed at, the beds are pretty small. A lot of these people are not that large at this point. When you get on a boat that came over here, one of those pilgrim boats, the beds are pretty small. People are little guys. I mean, I just learned this week that the Three Stooges, the tallest guy was 5'5". The Three Stooges. Like, can you imagine that? Three little dudes? I mean, would they even be as funny? I don't know. I guess actors can get away with being short. But my point is, life extension is a reality. We have evolved on some level. We have, grown up, if you will. I mean, look at our ancestors. They're littler people. They're tiny. They didn't get enough nutrients. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, honestly, what are we going to do to stop this? Most people are just going to be kicking back the beer, loving the new, I mean, especially when the baseball game hits or Madden comes out for this Project Natal and you're the quarterback. Oh my God. People are going to be like crackheads all over again. Can you imagine it? I mean, you're Eli Manning. This is the biggest game of your life and you're back there and you're tossing it and they're like, yeah. I mean, you're going to love it. And especially if your buddy's going to be like shaking down, getting ready for the sack, coming in. People will be addicted to video games all over again. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. Coming back at you, taking your calls, 888-201-2244, prisonplanet.tv, Infowars.com.